Hey everybody, it is Wednesday. It is hump day, and I wanted to give a quick Wellness Wednesday tip today. It's actually a couple of tips. I was thinking that I've been telling you guys to make healthy alternatives in this society where everything is so readily available to us, whether it be bad or good, that I didn't give you tips to achieve, actually to get out there and have some first moves. It can be very intimidating to have to figure out, what do I do first? Do I do everything at one time? What I need to do. And so I can tell you that I am actually starting to do some things that, slowly, to kind of achieve this, because I have children and they don't want to hear everything. Hey Shanae, hey Aaron. They don't want to hear all this stuff, especially with their snacks that they have. So the first thing that I can give you a tip to do that would be easy, in my opinion, is to start drinking alkaline water. You're going to drink water regardless. You go have your bottled water, you have your water machines at your house and that sort of thing. You can get alkaline water very easily, just as easy as the other type of water. At this point, we go to the Charlotte supplement store and we fill up our containers with the alkaline water, and then now they have it at Earth Fair. I'm sure they have it in a lot of places that I'm not aware of, but those are the two places that I go to get my alkaline water. And the whole purpose in that is you want your body to stay alkaline, because that will ward off, hey Aaron, that will ward off cancer, disease, dysfunction, and that kind of thing. So you want your body to stay alkaline at all times. So that's the easiest step I think you can do on a daily basis to help keep you well. The second thing that I feel like is pretty easy, and that you have to do it every day, is brushing your teeth and putting deodorant on. So the Crest and Colgate, if you look at the back of it, it will usually say that if ingested, call poison control. Now, I don't know about you, but that's something that I would not have to do. And I know you would probably have to swallow a lot of it for that to be in effect, but why even brush your teeth with something like that? So I use Tom's toothpaste, which is readily available at Whole Foods, Earth Fair, any number of places you can get that. It's not very expensive. You can go find that today. Hey Tracy, how are you? The other thing with the deodorant is the aluminum that's in regular antiperspirants. And so you can use a natural deodorant for that. I use Tom's lavender scent for myself. I usually don't have to reapply in the middle of the day. I use it when I work out. So I haven't had any problems with it. Some people do. I've also heard of a brand called Native. That is good too. But the problem with the aluminum in the deodorants is that it can absorb into your skin and go into those lymph nodes and cause different things. I think there is an increased incidence of breast cancer in that upper quadrant, right around that area. I don't know the statistics on that, but I knew that from years ago. So that is the second thing that you can do today. So you can go get some alkaline water, and you can go change your toothpaste and deodorant. So that's something you can do. The other thing has to do with the most inflammatory foods out there, and that's going to be dairy, milk, soy, and gluten. So egg alternatives. Now, I had a patient that came in the other day, and she almost started crying because I told her she needed to stop eating eggs. So I know that people have emotional attachments to food. I have an emotional attachment to a lot of foods also. But you have to think, if this is going to make me feel ill or sick, is it really worth you having to eat it? Or wanting to eat it when there are many alternatives out there. So as far as eggs, I know my people are going to look at me funny, but there are quail eggs and duck eggs. I know, I'm sorry. I haven't tried either one of those. I heard that quail eggs are very good. If you have to have an egg, I would choose that alternative. But there's also things that you can eat for breakfast that are not eggs. You can have avocado toast. I know most people like avocado, and avocado toast is wonderful. That's what I would choose. It's a superfood. It provides protein. It will get you through until you can get to lunch. So that's my spin on the egg alternative. If you can get rid of the eggs, I would get rid of the eggs, because I explained it like this. If you shut your hand in a door, if that hand is going to heal, you can't hit it again. So if you keep on putting if you keep putting your hand in that door and it keeps hitting it and keeps hitting it and keeps hitting it, is that hand going to ever be able to heal? No. So it's the same thing. If you have a sensitivity to eggs and you continue to eat eggs, your digestive system is never going to get a break, and it's never going to be able to heal, and it will manifest as certain other illnesses. So up to you, but there are alternatives for your breakfast and eggs. So to recap, I've had some people to join. These are just some tips that you can do today in order to slowly but surely change into a healthier lifestyle. It's my quick tip Wednesday. The first thing was alkaline water. I told you where you could get that. The second thing was change out your toothpaste and your deodorant. You can do that today, and I told you where to get that from. And then the egg alternatives. Quail duck or avocado toast is a favorite of mine. So the other thing that I just learned actually last week is a salt alternative. Now, the salt alternative is called Celtic sea salt. I went and got one for my pocketbook because it is good. It is really good. Now, this has not been mechanically processed, any processing whatsoever. Okay? And so what happens there is you'll have nutrients that are naturally occurring in there and that are healthier for you than table salt that has been manipulated. So some of the nutrients that it contains is magnesium, iron, manganese, zinc, iodine, and potassium. And so in the right quantities, this can help to control your blood pressure and volume, which is kind of odd for me to say. But since it's naturally occurring, it actually will do that. And then it can help reduce excess mucus in your body, which is a primary cause of inflammation in your body. And it can aid in digestion from that. And also it can help to boost your immune system and help you to resist infections. Right here. Go to Airfare, go to Whole Foods, pick this up. Use this instead of regular table salt. That will help you tremendously. And that's something you can do today. Today. Not tomorrow. Today. So now, the next thing that I want to talk about is milk. Oh man, people are so attached to milk. And it's cow's milk. We're not supposed to drink cow's milk. Come on, guys. Come on. We are not supposed to drink cow's milk. We are not supposed to have a milk in our body that can raise a calf and make them gain 100 pounds over a year. Not to mention the hormones that are put into our cows, which are causing our children to have things. I got a call right there. So I would suggest a milk alternative. And there are many, many kinds of milks out there. There's hemp milk, which I've heard I haven't tasted it yet, but I've heard it tastes kind of like milk because I'm not a milk person. So this is kind of easy for me. But my kids are, so I'm trying to figure that thing out. So hemp and flax milk are good alternatives. Hey, Lakeisha. That is so true. So hemp and flax are good alternatives, but then they have nut milks. Now, I know if you have a nut allergy, you can't drink these, but there's almond milk and cashew milk. And then there's goat milk. Now, I tasted goat milk. I'm not a fan, but listen, you might be. It's just about trying it and trying to get off cow's milk if you can. Get rid of that dairy if you can. So that's hemp, which doesn't have as much protein, but you can get protein from other sources. Flax, they have added protein, and then the nut milks. I particularly like almond milk. That's what I drink if I drink any milk. I have to have vanilla flavored sweetened, but you should probably do unsweetened. But that's just who I am. I'm just going to be honest with you and be transparent about that. So that's what I have as far as a milk alternative. Now, the last thing I want to get into today is gluten. Gluten is hurt. You don't have to have celiac disease. Thank you, Lakeisha. Gluten is so inflammatory to your system. It has two main proteins, gluten and gliadin, and it is found in most wheat, barley, rye, and related species products. So if anything, and mostly in pastas, breads, crackers, and some seasonings and spices. So if you can avoid gluten, if you go to a restaurant, please say gluten-free alternatives. Some of them are very, very good. Try it. I had a sandwich last week which had a gluten-free option, and I'm gonna tell you that bread was so good to me. And I'm a bread person. I love biscuits. I love bread. I love to have bread. So when I say I am serious about this, I am serious about this. I know we all fall short. We all fall short. But if there is something that you can do 80% of the time, please do it. If you can cut out some of these things that I've listed to you 80% of the time, you are doing really good. Of course, we would love 100%, but no one's perfect. No one's perfect. So gluten also provides no essential nutrients, and it causes inflammation to your intestinal linings, especially the small intestines. So those are really all I have. Do y'all have any questions about anything that I've gone over so far? Hey, Cassandra, let me go back over these things while you're here. These are wellness tips for Wednesday. Hey, Brandon. How you doing? Okay, so these are the things that I've gone over so far. Well, that's all I'm going to go over, but it is getting alkaline water, which is something you can do today. Changing your toothpaste and deodorant. The toothpaste, because it's not healthy for you to swallow it, you can have to call poison control. And the deodorant, the aluminum in it, can have an increase of breast cancer incidence in that upper quadrant. Egg alternatives, quail and duck. If you don't want to try those, please go to avocado toast. That would be my, hey Vanessa, that would be my suggestion to you. Milk, hemp, and flax. I've heard that hemp tastes most like regular milk. So I haven't yet tried it, but I'm going to have to try it in order to get my kids to try it. And the nut milks, but if you have a nut allergy, you won't be able to do that. Vanessa uses Piper Way natural deodorant. She gets it from GNC, and it's great. I was telling them that I use Tom's. Another of my colleagues uses Native. So go out there and just try them out. Listen, you can carry it in your pocketbook. If things start getting a little testy during the day, whip it out, use it again. It will help you in the long run, though. And that's the whole point, is to make yourself healthier and be able to function the way you should. And the last thing was gluten-free options. Gluten has no essential nutrient. It has no value whatsoever. Two main proteins, gluten and gliadin, and it causes inflammation in that intestinal tract. So I would get rid of that if I can. Hey, Wanda, how you doing? If you have any questions, you can definitely private message me and let me know. This is the Celtic salt. I didn't go over that. So that has great potential. It's not processed at all mechanically. It is just, I think it's off of the coast of France. It just dries in the sun. They scoop it up and put it in here, and it has a lot of natural nutrients, magnesium, iron, manganese, zinc, iodine, and potassium. without having to add it like regular table salt. So it's not as salty as regular salt, but it's salty enough. We don't need all that. Thank you, Wanda. You know I'm proud of you too, honey. It's my classmate from college. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I know in the midday, what I'm going to try to do is do 11:30 on Monday and Wednesday, and then kind of bring my week together on Friday nights at 9 o'clock. So, if you have any questions, like I said, I am available. Just private message me, and just let me know. Just let me know. It was good seeing you all today. We'll talk to you later. Bye.